Hey guys, how you doing? I am smoking my first Rocky Patel sun-grown. I think it's a Robusto. Let me get that on there for you, if you can see that. Where's the label? Okay, there you go. Rocky Patel Robusto, my first one ever. I've been reading a lot of reviews, not reading, but I've been on YouTube looking at a lot of reviews on a bunch of different cigars because I am a newbie. And I couldn't wait any longer. I picked this one up at a local tobacco shop, and I am probably a quarter of the way through, about 20 minutes in. As a newbie, I'm starting to understand why people say nutty and creamy, and that's exactly what this is. The very first draw on it was very peppery, very hot on the tongue, and then as I got just maybe 5 minutes in, everything seemed to smooth out. I had a nice ash on there, but I hit it by mistake. I wanted to see how far the ash can go, so you could see a nice cone there. But I am really impressed by the Rocky Patel, how tight it is. And it's drawn really good, and I have a creamy, nutty taste, and I never knew what that was until now. So I'm really enjoying this. I think I'm going to pick up some more of these guys. These are fantastic. What I try to do is, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I open the back of my throat a little bit to get a little nasal, to come through my nasal, but it's very hot doing that. When I don't do that, it stays good in the mouth. Good taste, good cigar. I'll be getting some more of these Rocky Patels. I'll come back to you after I'm about halfway through. All right, guys, I'm back. I guess I'm about the halfway point right now. Let me move that back. It's probably been another 15 minutes or so. I'm grilling pork chops on the grill, and I'm a little worried I'm going to burn them. I'm trying to cook them slow. Obviously, I don't want this to last outside because I don't smoke in the house. The ash went about another 1.5 inches and fell off, which is cool, but still, it's so darn tight. I'm just impressed on how the ash looks so cool. It's just so well constructed. Now, about the halfway point, things changed a little bit. The body's getting a little bit stronger, and the taste is changing a little bit. Before it was creamy on my palate, oily, and I hear other cigar reviewers say this, and again, I'm a newbie. This is my first Rocky Patel, and I understand it. It's not like I'm eating a dessert or anything, but a creamy, good taste. Starting to get a little bit stronger. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't inhale, of course, but I bring the smoke to the back of my throat a little bit to go through the nasal passages. I can feel the burn on my throat and through the nasals, through my nose. Maybe because I'm a newbie. You guys who smoke these and all the other high quality cigars, I'm sure probably doesn't bother you at this point. But for me, it does. But actually, it's a little bit milder, at least for the first third or a little bit further. A little milder than I expected from Rocky Patel. But then again, I know there's mild, there's full body, and I have to look up and see exactly what the sun-grown is. Maybe it's a mild to medium body. I don't know. I got to look it up. But again, I've smoked some La Casa Grandes, which are very good. Those are actually hand-rolled with Nicaraguan and Dominican tobaccos right in the Bronx, New York. I go down there and see my friend who owns La Casa Grande. Look them up. If you want to Google La Casa Grande tobacco, you'll see all the great cigars these guys make. They're so good. And his are high quality as well. I asked him for some mild stuff, and at first they were peppery, and some were nice and mild. This one here, a little bit more full body, still a little mild for me, so I want to try next time medium to full and see the difference. But I'll definitely be buying these sun-growns. I'm sorry, my son's playing the drums. If you can hear that, I hope you can hear me over him. Take a look and see how the pork chops are doing. I don't know if you could see it because I'm outside in the dark with a light on the deck in the snow in New England. So I don't want to burn these. I'll make the family upset. So what I'm going to probably have to do is bring in the pork chops. They can eat. I'll reheat them. I don't care. I'm enjoying this Rocky Patel way too much. Let's try. A little bit different flavor. I don't know if earthy. I don't know. People say earthy. I don't know what that means, but I get a more stronger tobacco-y taste right now. Oh, here comes the wife. Okay, so anyway, and the drums. I'll be back for the final part of this review once I get down to the final third. All right, talk to you later. Guys, I'm back once again. My hat's always crooked. I'm almost to the band now. See where I'm at here. Let me bring it back a little bit. Hang on. Hold it. All right. I'm such a dork. I had a nice ash on there again. I wanted to start up the camera to show you the nice ash. I go to put my glasses on, and of course my glasses hit the ash, off it goes. But anyway, again, nice construction. I hope the lens isn't blurry because there's a lot of snow out here right now, cold. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys is, look at how well, look at all the way around that guy, how evenly it's burning. Now, a quarter of the way through it, it wasn't even. There was some of the wrapper that was a little bit higher, but it's funny, as you keep smoking it, it corrects itself. It actually burns that wrapper. Now, most of you are probably saying, yeah, no kidding, but I'm new at this. This is my first Rocky Patel, but I'm just impressed. I mean, this is a phenomenal cigar. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's just built solid. And actually, it's like a three-course meal because, as I mentioned earlier, a little peppery at first, then it got real mild, creamy, nutty. Now I'm getting more of a full body, maybe because it's closer to the end here. But I'm getting full, I don't know if earthy, like I mentioned the last time, it was a little bit earthier, but it's a good tasting tobacco. Very good. The best tasting tobacco in my mouth I've ever had. So I don't know if that's actually earthy because it's tobacco or what, but again, as I continue to smoke, I'll be able to compare. Full, great taste. For a new guy doing this, I'm not like, ugh, you know, it is just, it's pleasant. It's very, very good. I'm going to save the bands. I'm going to start collecting bands as well. Really enjoying this. You know what else I notice is, like I mentioned earlier, if I go to the back of my throat and go through the nasals, burns a little bit. Not as bad as before, maybe because I'm getting more used to it or what. But again, that is just, look at that baby. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm not going to continue on too much longer, but again, it was a little hot and peppery at the first light up, creamy, oily in my mouth on the palate, a little bit mild. Now it's getting a good, earthy, still a little creamy on my tongue, but it's a little bit more full and enjoyable. We'll get down towards the end in the last part of this video. Take care, guys. All right, guys, I'm getting down to the end here. As you can see, I have an ash. I was extremely careful this time, so that's almost an inch, I'd say, from the last time. I got the bands off perfect. Well, the first skinny band on top, just a little bit, came off after I ripped it perfectly, and then I got the good Rocky Patel band off in great shape. Did not stick to the outer wrap here, so that's good news. I've seen some reviews where the rollers, they glue it on there. Sometimes it hits the wrapping, but I had perfect luck, so I can save that sucker. Now what I'm feeling, the peppery feeling is back, and I'm assuming it's because I'm getting down to the end here. As the closer you get to where you're drawing, I think it's the head. You actually draw from the head, I'm not sure, but it's starting to get a little bit of a peppery taste, which is, it's actually pleasant. I don't mind it at all. That's what I'm looking for, a little bit of something in it. And like I said earlier, it's like a three-course meal. Started out a little hot, was very creamy, pleasant taste for the first third. Then it sort of switched over, the creamy and oily went away. About the second third, it was a more of a fuller body, more of an earthy, tobacco-y, pleasant tobacco-y taste. And now it's getting peppery again with that tobacco taste. And again, look at that construction. Let me try to look at that all the way around. Incredible, incredible design. These guys do a top-notch job. Yep, just a little bit of peppery, almost like you throw a little bit of hot pepper seeds on a piece of pizza. You get that little bit. Great. I love that. I love hot stuff anyway, so I'm all for that. So I'm going to wrap this up. It's cold out here. As you can see, a lot of snow. A lot of snow coming down. So that's about it, guys. I mean, that's the best I can give you for a newbie. My very first Rocky Patel, my very first elite cigar. I'll sure be buying more of these. Again, I think I said $8 earlier. This was like $8.75 now that I remember. Well worth it. I'm about an hour and 10 minutes into this. And I think about it, you know, you go to the movies for $10 and it's what, an hour and a half, an hour 45 for a movie. And this was well worth the $8.75. I'm sure going to be picking up some more of these. Some people have been writing me on the DoJo app. If you don't have the DoJo app, it's a community of cigar smokers, almost like a social network. I've learned a lot from everybody on there. So if you don't have the DoJo app, go on. If you're a newbie on this, people on there are fantastic. They'll help you out with any questions you have. And if you could, at the bottom, please give me some comments, some suggestions, anything I said here today. I don't know if my terminology is correct. Sorry, it's cold and I'm shaking here, but if my terminology is correct, but that's how I, as a newbie, can explain as best I could on these Rocky Patels. Again, this is the sun-grown. I believe it's a Robusto. It's about a 6-inch, so I'm still learning my sizes, the actual names of each size. But this was a 6-inch. Was not a torpedo. It's I clipped the back. Well, you clip the back anyway. But anyway, it wasn't a torpedo. It's just a 6-inch, I can't remember the ring size. But anyway, it's fantastic no matter what. I'll be trying other Rocky Patels as well. And I also have an Oliva V I'm going to be smoking on January 6th because the GoJo app actually, in the community, they want everybody at 7 o'clock Sunday night, January 6th, 2013, to be smoking an Oliva V, and we're all going to be putting our input on the GoJo app as well. So they're trying to get the whole world to try to smoke the same cigar and review it, which is kind of cool. It's a really cool app. But anyway, again, the Rocky Patel, sun-grown, I think Robusto, 6-inch cigar. Fabulous. A pure winner in my book. All right, guys, again, leave some comments. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.